Yes, ma. Start. Start.
To acquire knowledge, one must study, but to acquire wisdom, one must observe. A very good evening to the esteemed guests and faculties present here. The Department of Accounting and Finance at SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram, is pleased to present a comprehensive national level 3-week research methodology course. This course is meticulously designed to provide participants with essential knowledge and skills in research techniques, empowering them to conduct high quality academic and industry oriented research. The program targets academicians, research scholars, professionals, and students who aspire to enhance their research capabilities in the fields of finance, accounting, and allied disciplines. Let's commence this session with Tamil Kaivaltu. I request everyone present here to switch off their cameras and microphones. Thank you. I now request Dr. V. Deepa Ma'am, Program Coordinator at Department of Accounting and Finance, to present the welcome address.
Thank you, Mo. Pleasant evening, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to all of you on behalf of the Department of Commerce, Accounting and Finance, SRM IST Ramapuram campus, as we kick off this national level 3 weeks research methodology course. We are truly honored to have with us today as our chief guest Dr. C. Chitra, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce at Wales Institute of Science and Technology, Pallavaram. Ma'am, thank you for gracing this occasion and for being a part of this session. We eagerly look forward to your insight on today's topic, ethical consideration in research plagiarism and its consequences. Your expertise will certainly set a valuable foundation for the rest of this course. Once again, I welcome you, ma'am. In in absentia, I would also like to welcome our dean, Dr. Sundar, VP Admin, Dr. J. Dilipan, and our department head, Dr. Chitra Srinivasan. And also, it's my pleasure to welcome all the participants, including the faculty members and research scholars from SRM, as well as the faculty members, research scholars, and postgraduate students from other colleges. I hope that this course will be an enriching all of your research experience. Once again, thank you all for your presence, and I wish everyone a productive and insightful session ahead. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.
I request Dr. Alamilu ma'am to introduce the guests for the session.
Yes, ma. Thank you. Good evening, all. So, I'm very honored and privileged to summarize the profile of today's resource person, Dr. C. Chitra, ma'am. Uh, she has completed her PhD at Bharatidasan University, Trichy. Her work history are as currently an associate professor in Wales University, Pallavaram. She was an assistant professor in SRM University, Ramapuram, um, from 27/6/2018 to 30/6/2019. She was an assistant professor from June 2015 to May 2017 and worked as an HOD of commerce from 17 to 18 in BWDA Arts and Science College, Kolliyangunam, Viluppuram district. She also served as an assistant professor in SKSS Arts College, Tiruppanandal from June 2007 to April 2015. She has guided more than 22 MCOM students, one MBA students from 2007 to 2018. She has also guided 86 UG BCom candidates from 2018 and 8 PhD candidates. She has published so many articles. To mention a few, she has published 3 books, 8 scopus, book chapters 12, and articles 34. She also holds a life membership in Indian Academic Researchers Association, Tiruchirappalli. She has also won many awards. To mention a few, she has been awarded a performance award in the year 2019 from BWDA Arts and Science College, Kolliyangunam, Viluppuram district, Tamil Nadu. She is a distinguished professor from Amravati Research Academy, Hyderabad on 13 September 2020. She has also received Best Senior Faculty Award in the year 2020 from Karunandar Charitable Trust, Tiruvannamalai. She also received Education Excellence Award in the year 2021 from ESN Publications, Chennai, January 2021. And she also won the award for the Academic Excellence in the year 2023 from SK Research Group of Companies, Madurai. Thank you, ma'am, for accepting our invite. Over to you, ma'am.
Hello, good evening, and all present here for the purpose of research publication and research work. We have some issues regarding flag rhythm and research ethics. For that purpose, I am sharing some few knowledge among us. Now I am sharing material and content. Video. Yes. Today our topic is ethical consideration in research, logarithm and its consequences. First of all, we know about the ethical consideration. Ethical consideration in research refers to the principles and guidelines that researcher must follow to ensure that the studies are conducted in an ethical and responsible manner. In the research work, it is very important and valuable one, so that we must follow some of the ethical aspects to complete the research project. For that purpose, we must follow the ethical consideration. It gives the guidelines to the researcher, and it gives the it gives to follow the principles regarding the research work. These considerations are designed to protect the rights, safety, and well-being of research participants, as well as the integrity and credibility of the research itself. Most of the researcher complete their work depending upon the respondent response. The respondent not suffered due to this research work, so that we must protect them from the issues regarding sharing of their knowledge, so that we must follow the ethical consideration for their rights and responsibility. What are the key ethical consideration in research? First one, informed consent. Researcher must obtain informed consent from study participants, which means they must inform participants about the study's purpose, procedures, risks, benefits, and their right to withdraw at any time. First of all, the researcher must give the explanation to the respondent what type of data collected, for what the purpose it is utilized. It, after getting their consent, we will utilize that data. It's informed before the research data utilization. It is very important. Next one, privacy and confidentiality. Uh, the researcher must ensure that participants' privacy and confidentiality are protected. Maximum of the respondent not giving the response in a correct manner because of they have some issues regarding secret or confidential. For that purpose, we must give the clarity to them. It's utilized confidentially and save their privacy. Then only they give the true data. For the purpose, we must give the uh, surety to the respondent for utilize that data. Next one, harm reduction. Researcher must ensure that the study does not harm the participants physically or psychologically. Given data utilized for the research work, not giving any physical or psychological mental pressure or mental issues to the respondent, because their privacy and their confidence must be safely utilized. The next one, fairness and equity. Researchers must ensure that the study does not discriminate against any particular group or individual. Most of the research taking the topic or problem of the research from the social issues, so that we give the conclusion or any statement not affect the any group of person or individual. The researcher must focus that our statement or our conclusion in the research work will not suffer to the society or any group of community or religion, whatever may be, not affected anything. We must concentrate on that. That is fairness and equity. Or any discrimination created in the research work must be eliminated. It's very important. Then use of deception. Researcher must use deception only if it is necessary to achieve the study's objectives. We give some statements, it is true or false, or are you accepting this? That type of statement, uh, maximum in that level of true or imagination in light only. Maximum is not suffered to the respondent. Sometimes we are thinking you are have obesity, it's discourage the respondent. We must omit that type of questions, discourage the respondent or deception the respondent. The next one, use of vulnerable populations. Researcher must be especially cautious when working with the vulnerable population, such as children, pregnant women, prisoners, and individuals, are intellectual disabilities. Some of the people having more emotional, having some physical as well as mental discouragement. In the statement of questions or if we asking questions, not suffered that emotional people. If they respond uh, by crying or something disturb them, this type of people suffer too much, like children and pregnant women, then physically challenged people. So we must concentrate on that. Then conflict of interest. Researchers must disclose any potential conflicts of interest that may affect the study's integrity. Maximum, we must eliminate the personal bias or personal interest in the research work. The research work must be doing neutral. We don't take any personal statement or personal bias in the research. The research should not complete in a correct manner, so that the conflict of interest must be reduced. This includes financial or personal relationship that could influence the study's results. Then, next, data manipulation. Data manipulation likely used in the research work. Maximum of the people can do this, but overall manipulation must be reduced. Researchers must not manipulate the data to support a particular hypothesis or agenda. We don't bother about any side of the persons or any side of the statement or any side of the truth. We are concentrate on the true data and slightly replace the manipulation. They should report the results of the study objectively, even if the findings are not consistent with their expectation. If compromise or assisted in the manipulation, the result will be a not fair one or a good one. So that data manipulation slightly can use, otherwise maximum we free from that manipulation. Then intellectual property. Researcher must respect intellectual property rights and give credit to previous studies and research. We have utilized a lot of secondary data from the previous studies. That previous studies credited to the particular author or particular researcher, so that we must honor their intellectual property, that their ideas and their beliefs, their results must be here respected. We don't take our own thought, and theft the data is not acceptable one. Then cultural sensitivity. Researchers must be sensitive to the cultural norms and beliefs of the participants. They should avoid imposing their values and beliefs on the participant and should be respect of the cultural practices. We collect the data from this different type of researcher in different type of religion and community, whatever maybe we are connected from these people. So we don't affect the cultural sensitivity of the respondent. We honor them and honor their cultural beliefs, etc. Next topic is plagiarism. Plagiarism means an act of academic dishonesty and a breach of ethics. It involves using someone else's ideas or work as one's own. Some of the researchers taking the secondary data from the different websites or different online sources. It is one of the idea theft that must be eliminated and are giving credit to them. Plagiarism is an act of academic dishonesty. Dishonesty means we must do the research in honestly. If you are using the others' ideas or others' beliefs or other statements, others' results, uh, we must honor them. Give some proper citation and proper references. Otherwise, it is treated as a plagiarism. We have different types of plagiarism. Plagiarism is not a one size fits of all offense. It comes in various forms, each with its own distinct characteristics and degrees of severity. In this section, we will explore these different types of plagiarism. First one, direct plagiarism. Direct plagiarism is the most blatant form where one copies someone else's work verbatim without any form of attribution or quotation mark. Direct plagiarism taking their ideas or taking their knowledge directly to our research without any reference or without any quotation mark, without any citation. It is direct plagiarism. We taking the data only and our research work and shows that's our own ideas. It is not a fair one. That type of plagiarism is a direct plagiarism. Then self-plagiarism. Self-plagiarism is a auto-plagiarism occurs when an individual uses their own previously published work without proper citation. Correct. It's a author already published or already given ideas or anything. They are using again in the next research work or paperwork. They are using their own ideas again in the next one. It is self-plagiarism. If you, for example, I am also already doing my research work in your topic, and I take another one research in the similar topic. I take the data from my previous research work. I am utilizing. I have the rights to utilizing that, but I give the citation. I give the reference. Otherwise, it is also treated as plagiarism. My uh, research work I used in my other research work, it is self-plagiarism. In that case, I give the proper citation, proper reference. This is remove the plagiarism problems. Then next one, mosaic plagiarism. Mosaic plagiarism involves taking phrases, sentences, or ideas from various sources and weaving them into our own work, often with some minor changes. Maximum of the research work doing this mosaic algorithm, taking others' data, using in the research, some with some changes in the synonyms or phrases, sentences, uh, lightly changed, it taken as their own work. It is mosaic plagiarism. Most of the research work doing like this. The next one, accidental plagiarism. Accidental plagiarism occurs when a writer unintentionally fails to properly cite a source due to a lack of awareness or oversight. We don't know about the issues plagiarism. We take the data, utilize our work accidentally. It is unintentionally doing. Before the three category of plagiarism, we are intentionally doing. In this case, we are unintentionally doing, but it's also a plagiarism. because we fail to do the proper citation. The next one, paraphrasing without attribution. This form of plagiarism involves replacing someone else's work but failing to provide proper citation, then making it appear as if the ideas are your own. In this previous one, accidental plagiarism, we take it from others, we know that, but not give proper citation. But paraphrasing, we taking from others, but intentionally not giving the citation. This is paraphrasing without attribution. Then inadequate or incorrect citation. Even when attempting to cite sources, one can commit plagiarism by not following the correct citation style or by omitting essential information. We taking the information from previous studies or some of the other study. We taking that data and giving proper reference in a proper style of reference. If we if we not giving proper reference or follow proper style APA or something, it is also treated as a blacklism. We give the full details recording the others detail. That is correct citation. Otherwise, it is treated as incorrect citation. It is also treated as plagiarism. Uh, then next one. What are the reasons we are doing this plagiarism research work? Causes of plagiarism. First one, time constraint. Uh, Maximum of the researcher having this problem because of our research work or paper work in a stipulated time we must complete. We don't have the time. For the purpose we are using previous studies or someone else takers. This is a very big problem. Most of the researcher, true researcher have must need around 5 years to complete the research work in their own way, in their own data. Within the 3 years or within the 4 years, you must complete the research work. We take from the other data that one's possible. One of the leading cause of plagiarism is the pressure of deadlines. Maximum of the work we complete in a deadline only. And the researcher and students also having the same problem. Students and writers often find themselves overwhelmed with the multiple assignments, leaving them with the limited time to conduct thorough research and compose original work. In such situation, the temptation to plagiarize can be strong. Why we take the previous study, we don't have the time to put our own data in the research because of the deadlines. We must conclude within the stipulated time. For that purpose, we taking the previous studies and other status. That is the main reason to take problem of plagiarism. And next, a lack of research skills. The researcher or the students don't have sufficient research skills. Before the research work, they must possess lot of knowledge regarding this particular title, particular field of study. Otherwise, they won't complete it in a proper manner. Inadequate research skill can lead to flags. When individuals struggles to find relevant sources or understand complex topics, they may resort to copying from existing material rather than synthesizing information properly. Insufficient skill scholars and insufficient students taking others' knowledge, others' skills in the in taking material from. For that purpose, we have the flag reform. Then fear of failure. Maximum of the human being not have the confident about their knowledge. They mentally they accept I am not a good talent. Others, my neighbor student is a talented one, so that they are copying their knowledge in their distant examination. Because of they have failing fear. If we not having sufficient knowledge, we may failure. It is not a correct one. The fear of failure can push students and writers to take shortcuts. If not completed in the time or if not completed in the correct manner and sufficient material, uh, the scholars having the failure fear, they take the other statements. They worry that their own ideas or writing won't meet expectations. They don't have the confidence about their own knowledge. So they turn to plagiarism as a way to secure better grades or approval. It is a shortcut to get the knowledge by getting success. This is fear of failure. The next one, ignorance of proper citations. Some individuals genuinely don't understand the importance of proper citation or how to it correctly. The citation reference, if we are giving references in a proper manner, following some style of reference. Otherwise, improper references in a improper way of model, uh, it is also giving a plagiarism. They don't give correct references. They may not be aware of the various citation sets. We must follow different styles, but a maximum of the researcher doing few styles only. It is acceptable in the research work. Few styles acceptable. We must also follow that. It is acceptable one only can follow in the research work. Otherwise, it is also a remark, negative remark in the research work. Then they might not know how to attribute sources effectively. They have lot of sources, and mm, but how to represent in a correct manner, they don't know. It is a problem. The next one, poor time management. Already in first process, in discuss that the time is so short that only they, the research scholar prefer the previous studies. Some of the research scholar not having the time management, balance of time skill not possessed. For the purpose, they are taking suddenly from the other tutors. And before we going to the research, we must design our research work. In that design, we design the time of research work. In that schedule, we must conclude that particular work in a scheduled time. Otherwise, the time is elapsed to the other work. Next, for example, in introduction, we must conclude the introduction within 6 months. Next 6 months, 2 or 3 months, we must complete the review of literature. Then, take, collecting the primary data, we must do a proper schedule and follow that only can do in a proper manner. Otherwise, collapse the time. This is also one of the issues to take previous studies. and follow the flag rhythm issues. Then cultural differences. And international students in particular may face challenges in understanding the expression of academic rating in Indian culture. We are collecting the data from international level, national level. In other country, they follow some of the different method of um, citation or different method of models of references or follow the copyright rules. We don't know that for that purpose we are unknown about the cultural difference we doing in our knowledge. It is create some issues. Differences in citation practices and academic conventions can contribute to unintentional problems. I don't know about the other countries' copyright procedures. For that purpose, we are doing in our country copyright rules, follow the copyright rules, creates some flag reform issues. And technological is with the internet at our fingertips, it's easier than over to copy and paste content from various sources. The convenience of online access can tempt individuals to plagiarize without thinking about the consequences. We have a lot of sources in online, um, internet, etc. We have the free access in different sources, taking that data and replacing the research work. Easy data collection is also lead to the platform issues. If you get the data from anyone other and get access directly to them, you know the copyright rules or you know the credit to them. It's possible. You don't we don't have any problems to get the data from online. So the researcher utilize improperly in the research work and get the flag written. Then, what is the consequences of flag written? What is the effective in flag written? First one, students' reputation decrease. If the maximum of the research work complete, when you get the logarithm report in a single percentage, for example, 5% or 2%, zero level logarithm report, then only you submit the research work or paper work according to the publication and the institution, they fix percentage of autism. Uh, we must complete that logarithm percentage, then only we must can submit the research work. So, uh, the researcher could not complete within the percentage of this logarithm. They can submit their research work. Uh, they must redo their work and taking more time. It is reduce the students' reputation. Plagiarism allegations can cause the students to be suspended or expelled. Some of the institution mm, uh, revoke their registration. Their academic record can reflect the ethics offense, possibly causing the students to be barred from entering college from high school or other college. If the students not complete in the norms of the PhD work, uh, they are changing their institution, changing their guide, then having some troubles. They are preferring next to one institution it is not a good environment to the students, research scholar. And also we doing paperwork with the plagiarism. Our paper also rejected. Again we redo the so the student's reputation and others' reputation will decrease in that plagiarism, not in a prescribed percentage. The professional reputation decrease. Next one. A professional business person, politician, or public figure may find that the damage from plagiarism follows them for their entire career. You have the knowledge about copyright or problems in the cine field. Some of the other file a suit against the director or other of the film. It's my own work. It's my novel. It's my story. They are taking from me unknowingly. It is the um, plagiarism problem, like copyright. So, and the filmmaker or cine field persons reduce their reputation. If file a case against them, their, their market value or their status will reduce. That is professional reputation. So others ideas or others mm, material we must avoid to replace. Then, plus academic reputation. The consequences of plagiarism have been widely reported in the world of academia. Once scarred with the plagiarism allegation, an academic's career can be ruined. Maximum of the researcher and academic people joined in the academic network. In the academic network, their work shared and their default also shared. So it's create some status issues and their reputation also will reduce. And academicians alike. And then next one, legal uh, problems. The legal problems of plagiarism can be quite serious. Maximum of the research work, no one filed a case against the researcher. And because of it's a little bit of issues, so that the researcher and the other don't face anything. But in copyright idea theft from others, it's they are have the rights to file a case against the persons using their knowledge. Person. Legal problems also we will face. Copyright laws are absolute. Different country having different copyright rules. So, one cannot use another person's material without citation and reference. Another has the right to sue a plagiarist. Some plagiarism may also be deemed a criminal offense, possibly leading to prison sentence. If you, the researcher ready to use the others' data, in it's affect the um, data's own other or own person. They file a case against the replaced persons. They face the legal problems like criminal offense, and also the judgment will do a prison. So we must avoid that. The next one, monetary problems. Monetary claim will be settled to the particular person. Many recent news reports and articles have exposed plagiarism by journalists, authors, public figures, and researchers. In the case where an author sue a plagiarist, the author may be granted monetary restitution. If the person utilizes others' knowledge, they filed a case against the utilized person. The utilized person must pay the claim, monetary claim to the own other or own knowledge persons by court. This because of already we discussed it's a criminal offense, so that in the civil offense we must give proper settlement to the affected persons. It's possible. So due to their knowledge, we don't take anything from others. And if you give proper credit to them by way of monetary, by way of honor, it's it's reduce the problem of this type of legal issues. And the next one, plagiarized research. Maximum of the plagiarized research is an especially rigorous form of plagiarism. If the research is medical in nature, the consequences of plagiarism could mean the loss of people's life. The kind of plagiarism is particularly poisonous actually. This maximum in the medical field, we don't take the others' ideas. If wrongly we use the others' ideas, it will create some um, medical issues also. So that we avoid this one. Then how to avoid this plagiarism issues and to protect our research work. That is prevention to avoid plagiarism. We follow this prevention, we may save from the plagiarism issues. First one, never intentionally plagiarize. Maximum of the students get research scholars and academicians having sufficient knowledge about plagiarism and what what it will do. Uh, Otherwise, we must get the knowledge from the well expertise of plagiarism related academicians. So it is not worth the risk because the likelihood of being captured high at higher rank journals and it goes higher every year as more institutions of the plagiarism and identifications of the maximum of the journals publications having plagiarism checker, plagiarism detector software. So they are using that detector and identify the report owned or from taken from others. They find out so that we don't waste our effort. If you do our effort, it will be successful. Otherwise, we don't take effort to failure. So we must do the homework or with some credit to the others. The next one, always use quotation mark and references. Already I said that give proper credit, honesty to the persons. They don't bother about replacing our research by the maximum we give the reference. Maximum we give the citation. It reduces the logarithm problems. It takes a bit of extra effort and time to find exact quotations and create a well-formed reference. But it is essential. There are many freely available programs that make the preparation and tracking of references easier. Maximum of the research work doing this uh, research they're taking secondary data from any other source, but without any reference. After that, they can't find out who is the reference person. So they are not searching again, uh, don't give any effort. They placing the data only without reference. It's a problematic. If you taking the secondary data from anyone, uh, must take the data with the reference. It reduces the extra effort of researcher and the flagging problem solution. The next one, paraphrase only when necessary and input references. Use captured messages whenever possible and ensure that any word overlap with the original is minimal and justified. Maximum the references and the paraphrases used in a quarter passages. It's today without any quotation or without any citation, it is problem. Then cite references when using facts that may be outside of the knowledge base of the intended facts. If you're giving citation and references, it used to do this subsequent research or search. It is research ethics search. We are using someone's data and giving citation or reference. The subsequent researcher freshers can also use that data. It is give clarity to the audience of the research. So cite reference and giving proper facts in the citation and references. It's a very knowledgeable base data to the other research. Then copy traces with the special caution if you are non-native speaker. You take whole sentences from published works or even phrases of more than 3 words, unless those phrases are purely technical, as in a basic description of statistical research. Maximum, we avoid the full sentences, full paragraph, full research work from the others. We taking few sentences or few words from others, then we elaborate and adding our own knowledge in the research that reduce the pragmatism issues. So, like, copy phrases only or copy sentences, but most of the research are taking full research work from others. Even analytical part also taking from others. It's not a correct one. Uh, the research maximum by own material is very ethical. The next one, always treat people for their ideas to avoid the risk of idea of loudness. And already I said that who is the treatable person? You must give credit to them. It studies the practicing problems. And generative AI and AI assisted technologies should only be used to improve read, readability and language of the work. Others are ultimately responsible and accountable for the contents of their content. We have a lot of AI assistants. We using the AI assistants. It's find out are detected from the publisher or researcher. Mm, that work find out by AI detectors so that maximum avoid to AI assistants. And if you're using AI with the proper knowledge, then we have lot of free algorithm checkers. You may utilize the checkers before submitting your paper or submitting your research work. You must find out how many percentage of algorithm having and in where it is located the algorithm, and you must reduce the previous researchers' data, then you get the correct percentage from plagiarism. So that we have different plagiarism checkers, scripter, um, but in that we don't give full report for getting plagiarism statement. Mm. Partly you must give the data, then particular part only you get the plagiarism report, then you must again remain. So that it's a extra effort work. So researchers do this very consciously and flag our then keep post your then Grammarly, then Tupil checker, check plagiarism, copy links, small SEO tools, plagiarism detector, pure text, smart in, then quill part. Here we have different. In addition that we have different plagiarism checker. We limitations are also given to us. In some of the plagiarism checker, the 10,000, for example, Grammarly, 10,000 characters only you given to checking the data. After that, you again use it 10,000. So, the Duplik checker and the small SEO tools and plagiarism detector, 100% free, online free checker. Others, you must pay some amount to um, using that checker. Then we have some ethical principles. Already I discussed in the legal consideration, ethical consideration. Just like that, we see this research merit and integrity. When respect for persons, research merit and integrity recognize standard of integrity, and we use the stand that is norms and conditions of research work. We must follow that. Then we reduce the falsification, false data. It is research merit and integrity. And next is respect for persons. We must acknowledge the people, those giving the data to us. Uh, we must respect them by giving honor to them. Then beneficence, it is a ethical principle that requires action to promote the well-being and interest of others is known as beneficence. We don't bother about ourselves. We must concentrate on the respondent also. We must give a proper explanation and keeping data confidentially. It is significant. The researchers are responsible for structuring the study to minimize the risk of injury or discomfort to the participant. Those who are all giving the data to the researcher must minimize the risk or problem of participants. Then explaining the possible benefits and dangers of research to participants. And if the participant giving data, we must explain what are the dangers or problems arise to given the data. Then only they are willing to giving the data or reject to give the data. After that only we can collect it. The welfare of the participant and the research settings, uh, maximum of the participant welfare we must consider. The study participant must always be prioritized over the research methodology. The researcher concentrate on the research methodology or research work only. But we must consider on the participants' convenience and participants' welfare also in the research work. Then non-maleficence to avoid harm, harmful statement or harmful uh, ideas or harmful results to the others. In the research work, we're giving the true data, we're giving true result, but not affect the participant and not affect the audience or people. Uh, we must concentrate on that also. Maximum of the researcher must give correct knowledge about the data collection to the respondent. Uh, what is the anticipated efforts will arise, then temporary discomfort, then unusual levels of temporary discomfort, risk of permanent damage, then certainty of permanent damage, all are having in the data collection, they must inform to the researcher. Don't harm to the people, physical, mental, social, or financial level. The next one, justice. The concept of fairness and the application of moral principle to ensure equitable treatment. Our statement, our result maximum in the justice manner. Then we must follow the ethical rules and regulation and maximum giving our own knowledge in the research is a very big success in the research work. Last one conclusion, the are far-reaching and no one is ignored. Neither ignorance nor statute excludes a person from the ethical and legal ramifications of committing plagiarism. Before attempting any writing project, learn about plagiarism. Find out what constitutes plagiarism and how to avoid it. Laziness or dishonesty can lead to a good reputation, loss of a career, and a deep lives. So we must avoid laziness or dishonesty. It's create some discomfort to the researchers, also to the guide and the institution surrounded the researcher. So that we must avoid this plagiarism and giving more efforts, it will reduce the library issues and giving a proper research work. Now I conclude my now I conclude my speech and, and thank you to passionately listening. Hello, ma'am. Hello. Yes. How to avoid the flattery? First one, we must take some of the researcher asking me proceed how to avoid the plagiarism. First one, you taking secondary data from previous studies with reference. If you're taking the data with reference and utilize in your research work and giving proper reference in the bibliography, it will reduce the logarithm research. And the second one, maximum you must give your own thoughts, your own ideas in the research work. It reduce the logarithm problems. Then avoid the illegal um, details from the others, and it's not creative flag launch. Then, hello, ma'am.
Good evening to one and all present here. As we mark to the end of today's session, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Chitra Ma'am, Associate Professor, Department of Commerce, Wales University. Your presence in this enlightening occasion and your perception was truly valuable. I extend my cordial gratitude to our program coordinator, Dr. V. Deepa ma'am, for instigating this conclave. I thank our HOD, Dr. Chitra Srinivasan ma'am, VP Admin and Academic sir, and our Dean sir for their support in organizing this interesting 3 weeks research methodology course. And finally, I thank all research scholars and faculties for with their involvement. This session is a grand success. Once again, I thank you all for your presence and your dedication today. Thank you, ma'am.
We are at the end of this session. The Department of Accounting and Finance at SRM Ramapuram once again reaffirms its commitment to nurturing a robust research culture that aligns with global standards. I thank everyone who has participated for their time and dedication in attending this conference. Thank you.